Hey guys, long time no see. I'm Sean Mons with Firearms&Fitness. I'm glad to be back. And today we're going to be talking about fitness and what we need to do to improve. Strength, conditioning, the whole 9 yards. All right. And today I would like to thank today's sponsor, Black Label Supplements. Thank you guys for sponsoring the video. I appreciate you greatly. If you guys are looking for supplements, something that you can trust, that's good. All right. Check the link down below. Use code FF15. You get 15% off your order. What is there to lose? There's also a ton of sales constantly going on, so you don't even have to use my code. So today we need to talk a little bit about fitness and whatnot. We as a total need to really work on our fitness, and this is a constant battle upwards, all right, where we need to be kind of jack of all trades. We need to be strong. We need to be cardiovascularly fit. We need to be mentally fit, the whole 9 yards. But today we got to really talk about just the strength part and the cardio part. What can we do in order to make it so we can get stronger, so we can get better, so we can be more useful as human beings? A lot of us will carry a gun, maybe a second gun, a flashlight, maybe a second flashlight, medical, a lot of medical. We'll carry 2 knives and this, that, and the other. But try to go to the gym for anything? That's kind of a hard ask. People will talk about gear, this, that, and the other. And here's the thing, guys. Gear is not that important. It is important, but it's not that important. I think my cat's trying to get into the closet. Anyway, the point I'm making is, what can we do with that gear is more important than anything else. All right? A super fit guy that's squared away on his marksmanship, squared away on drills and this, that, and the other, that's physically fit, all right, is going to do a lot more with a PSA, with a red dot, magnifier combo, and some cheap flashlight taped to the end of it, versus a dude that has a DD rifle, a Tridge, who I don't know who makes a fucking good LVPO anymore, not PSA, primary arms, PLX, the latest and greatest of lambs with a surefire flashlight strapped to the end of it. All right. All these things aren't going to matter if he can't breathe going up a flight of stairs, all right, isn't a good marksman, and is not well drilled. All these things kind of come into a compass, and we need to talk about the fitness side of it. We see stuff all the time on the internet of how did somebody be that unfit. For instance, there's this lady whose stroller just went away with what I assume was a baby inside. And she kept falling and struggling and couldn't get back up. And that in itself is pathetic. You as a mother have got to be feeling awful about yourself because you let yourself get that unfit where you couldn't even think about arising to the challenge. All right. And that's something that I do see occasionally in the firearms community. I'll go to competitions and whatnot, and these fat fucks will come in, sit down, can barely move, can barely handle their weapons. They have to put 4 belts together in order to fit around themselves. All right. And I'm not trying to talk bad on anybody, but here's the fact of the matter is we need to do better as a society. The Second Amendment was made for people to be able to stand up to the government, stand up to any foreign government, any foreign organization, domestic organization, in the event they turned on the American citizenship. All right. And here's the thing. They can trounce right over you if a flight of stairs is your biggest enemy. And I'm not one to talk much, all right? I do like to eat, as you can tell. I'm kind of a bigger guy, all right? I walk around at 250, all right? However, I'm fairly strong. I can run reasonably. I need to work on that. I do, all right? And it's something I'm working on more and more. But the biggest thing is, though, guys, these are all things that we ourselves need to work on. And we can't stop coping. We can't stop thinking to ourselves, oh, it's good enough. Here's the thing. I don't care if you have a 500-pound bench, a 1,000-pound squat, and a 2,000-pound deadlift. I know these are wild numbers and whatnot. All right? And you can run a 3-minute mile. Okay? I don't care if you can do that. You can do better. We should strive to do better. But here's some numbers for you guys to start striving for right now. For those of you that are not at the gym, that don't go to the gym, that don't lift weights, that don't exercise at all, pause. It's time to stop and think. Let's go to the gym. Let's set some goals. And here's what the goals we're going to set. We're going to set an overhead press for 135. That is a very easy number to get to, and you should be able to get to it probably within 3 to 4 months of overhead pressing. Benching, all right, you should be able to bench 225 without any issue, all right, almost on demand, all right. It should take about maybe a year, 8 months, all right, to be able to accomplish. And this is starting from zero. I am untrained, don't do anything at all. All right. Squatting, you should be able to squat 315 without issue. All right. Again, that might take a little more time. 315 took me about a year to achieve, but I also fucked around and didn't really know what I was doing. Get on a plan, get a good plan, and you'll be able to squat 315 in no time at all, possibly within the year. And last but not least, we're going to talk about deadlifts. My least favorite lift, but nonetheless. All right, 405 for a deadlift. You should be able to do that without issue. Again, these are all things you can achieve within a year fairly easily. As long as you have a reasonably good program, you stick to that program, you recover well, and you don't even have to recover well. You can be fucked off with the recovery, all right? A lot of these people can just do this without any issue, all right? Now, I'm not saying negate your recovery, but you should really think about that. Recovery, all it is basically sleeping enough, eating enough, all right, to recover your muscles. Now, as far as cardio goes, this is the most straightforward thing we can do. Just do cardio. Do it hard, do it long, do it fast, all right? For a mile, we're looking at 9 minutes for a mile run, all right? That's kind of what we want to aim for. If we can get lower, even better. If you're just in the ballpark, cool, keep aiming higher. And all running really requires us to do is this. Get on a treadmill and run. Do it 3 times a week. You should be able to get down to a 9-minute mile. Depending on where you are, depending if you're keeping up, and depending if you're actually pushing yourself, you should be able to do it in probably about 3 or 4 months. All right, cardiovascular health is super easy to get into. If you're super overweight, i.e. like 400 pounds and whatnot, obviously it's going to take you a lot longer. However, all right, it is still an achievable thing. And if you're that overweight, maybe running is not for you right now. Cycling is a good way to do it. Using the skiers, row machines, just gentle walking. Swimming is also an excellent way to build up your cardiovascular system. The elliptical, great way to build up your cardiovascular system. All right, there's ways around it. Don't put a block on yourself because, oh, I have this disability and, this is my excuse. No, stop that nonsense. All right, we can't make excuses. We need to stop coping. We need to do better all around. Now, I do want to address something, and the other creators kind of know who I'm talking to and whatnot. He can call me a fat fuck. He does it with everybody else, all right? I get it. You're doing good as far as pushing fitness and whatnot. Put another fucking weight on the barbell. I swear to God, I see you do 135 for fucking everything. Your bench, your squat, your deadlift, the whole 9 yards. Fucking put on another plate. Do it. I know you can do it. All right. You have the build for it. Do it. Stop being a fucking bitch. That's really what you're doing. You're being a little bitch and you don't want the extra pain that comes with that. All right. Because if I see one more Instagram post of you putting 135 on it, I'm going to kirk the fuck out. All right. You can lift more than that. And I understand that you may have the conversation that, oh, I don't train for 1 rep maxes. That's cool, man. All right. I did 315 for a set of 21. All right. On my squat once. Okay. Push yourself. You can do it. All right. This goes for everybody. You have to push yourself. If you're not sweating, if you're not struggling, if you can come walking out of that gym like a fresh daisy, you didn't push hard enough. You need to put more weight on your bar. Flat out. Stop being a bitch. Again, I'm Sean Mons with Firearms and Fitness. I appreciate you guys watching. Please like, share, subscribe, whole 9 yards. I'll work on getting a program out for everybody. Also, if you guys need programs, program link down below. All right, it's free programs on Boost Camp. Feel free to take advantage of those programs. I put them out. There's a bunch of different programs I've put out for people that are 2-day programs, 3-day programs, 4-day programs, 5-day programs. All right, whole 9 yards. Basically anything to fit your lifestyle. You should be able to do any of the workouts I do as long as you have a gym. All right, and they should be fairly effective for you. I wish you all well. please, again, like, share, subscribe. Remember, there's no such thing as cheating. There's winning and winning easier.